Yo. BBA Fastbreak. This is a special, man. We're doing season one awards Convo. I got my guy the range here with me. Uh
What's up?
yep. Doing good, man. Just like I said, we've been missing out a couple of maybe a month, maybe. So I felt like, still a crew. There's been a lot of scheduling issues and mostly it's for me it's just I feel like, you still want to keep stuff fresh. So it's like
Yeah,
I still want to put content out, even if we're not all together. So it's like you still got to feed the people what they want.
for sure.
Especially when you got like a season, like you talking about, like every season, every week is a deadline. So every week I
Mhm.
feel like there should be a show maybe of some sort of saying how the week went, even if it's something like this right here, the
Yeah,
award show. Oh, but man, like I said, man, I kind of want we gonna get right into it. I got you on the show because I feel like, man, I know you're the guy over the voting system. So can you explain to us like the requirements?
kind of. So for like the awards, kind of like for playoff wise, like 30 games is the deadline, I guess, the minimum you to qualify. So kind of I base it off that because if you're not really in playoffs, then I feel like players shouldn't get the rewards unless like you're new, of course. Like we have had a lot of new users this season,
Right.
and so I kind of like go through the games and I kind of know like all the new guys, so like if they've been playing, I'll put them in. Then I kind of go like through each like 2K has the each own individual awards like they predictions, and I kind of go through like league leaders and stuff through each category and like MVP is usually it's easier because it's the top guys, but like the like most improved 6 man defensive player of the year is harder. You kind of have to go deep dive into stats and stuff.
Right. Okay. Is it like a game requirement that guys have to meet?
Um, I would just say like 30 games usually, unless we um have like a shortened, I guess, season. But usually 30 games. I kind of base it off that.
Yeah. I think that's a good number because, like you said, that's the requirement to make playoffs.
Hmm.
So, like for me, so like 30 games. So the guys we're going to talk about here today, these are not the official nominees, but we're gonna have the conversation because sometimes when we see that, sometimes on the outside when I see a list pop up and you kind of like how you get them five guys selections. Like I think right here is a reference, a conversation like guys can kind of check out, and then when it comes out to vote, they can refer back to this video and say they did talk about such and such. They did say this is why so and so probably won't make it, and this is why so and so made it, and it paint a picture when guys have to vote. I feel
Yeah,
versus because you want to sometimes you see numbers and don't tell the whole story. You know,
for sure.
yeah, you don't tell the whole story at all.
And I
But
think it's harder like say like you don't play the like 30 games, say you play like 12 or something, but
right,
some of those games have been like simulated.
right,
The
right.
the players like numbers can sway the less games you play, but I feel like 30 you've played so much that is consistent and so it'll kind of show like you've been playing with that player at that level.
I very much agree. So because just like I said, that's why I want to do the show today before the
Hmm.
sim happens. Because when the sim happens, numbers gonna
Yeah,
change by a lot, and then no one's really gonna know like. Because we all know somebody probably got sim 60 games,
yeah.
and his player went to the top.
Hmm.
We've seen it before. We've seen it before. So like I said, guys, we're gonna talk about players, the teams that actually made it to 30 games. If your team
Hmm.
isn't at 30, you will be left off these I guess this conversation. Not saying that you don't have, you still got till 12 o'clock to hit your numbers, but we're gonna leave some guys out, some teams out because they don't have numbers yet. So Just a heads up before we get started. But let's go and get started, man. We'll try to keep this short and sweet. I want to go rookie of the year first. I think that might be the easiest one.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna bring the screen up. I'm gonna show y'all what 2K has, and then we're also gonna check is there any other rookies that could possibly be. I mean, I just feel like this is a runaway award.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, Victor's been crazy. Like I played him, I think, a couple times. Just can't stop him, and I don't think there's anyone close.
Mm. I played him twice because I'm in East, but yeah, Victor had 20 in both games, double both games. I want to say with about 2 or 3 blocks, maybe 4 one game. So this is what 2K has. They have at 5 they have Jarice Walker. I don't think he has the game requirements. Doesn't matter. I think this is a runaway.
Yeah.
But shout out to Walker. Scoot Henderson. Shout out to Rye. Scoot is doing his thing. You played Scoot a little bit more than I have.
Yeah, I think I played Raw yesterday, and Scoot, he's crazy too. He has that. He's like John Morant, just dunk
Really?
on anyone.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
crazy. Uh, third spot 2K has Brandon Miller. I played Brandon Miller twice when Ernie had him. He was phenomenal with him. Got a new user now. I haven't played
Yeah,
him yet,
I haven't either. So
but I don't think he made the requirements. But it's a runaway. It's a runaway race anyway.
hmm
But shout out
yeah,
to Brandon Miller. What you got for Chet? I played Chet twice.
I played Jimmer right before this earlier today.
Okay.
Chet, was trying to score with Sabonis, and Chet was blocking everything. So Jimmer's playing pretty well with Chet.
Okay. Cool. So we got let's talk about it, man. Let's talk about that. I think this right here for me.
hmm
If we got 30 votes for this upcoming award, I think he should get all 30 votes, right?
I
I
think
mean,
so too. I mean, with those numbers, he could be even in an MVP conversation.
23.2, 11.2 rebounds, almost 2 assists, almost a half a steal a game, and almost 2 blocks. Uh, he's doing his thing. He played 37 games this year,
Yeah.
so those are like you said, those MVP discussion numbers.
hmm
Defensive player of the year type numbers here.
Yeah.
I want to see his best game. Uh, this is a delay, y'all. So my screen is actually. They want me to pay for the service. I'm not paying for it until we actually get a schedule. So it's gonna be delayed on some of this stuff. But Victor, I mean he's Victor, man. It's like the guy's gonna be 2K video game wise, he's gonna be the next biggest superstar on this game in the next
yeah.
5 years of this season, this cycle we're gonna run. So shout out to SJM Real, aka Money Dimes. Let's see. I want to look at his best game right quick. Victor best game would be box scores. Well, his season high is 44 points. That's
Wow.
pretty. That's pretty impressive. I just do a season high, 44 points, 19 field goals made. Tough. Damn. Mitchell had 56 this year. It must be a sim game.
Yeah. Maybe.
Okay,
Yeah.
12 free throws.
Yeah. He's been. I think when I played Victor, he had 35 against me. So
Mm,
I
tough,
I
tough.
couldn't do anything.
Like I said, I think when the polls come out, I think he should have all 30 votes. I mean, honestly, I mean, there's always gonna be an asshole who's gonna pick somebody else.
Yeah.
I don't know why. I think when you make the poll, just put Victor. Just put Victor. I mean, but you gotta put the other names on there.
Yeah.
But there shouldn't be nobody else to vote for. It should just be Victor. Really, 6 blocks in one game. It's pretty tough. Mm. I mean, Victor got it, man. Victor has it. Well, you see this team moving forward with Victor
I
with these numbers.
I see. I think I don't know if he's in. what his ranking is this season, but I think because they have money, so I think if he gets some pieces around Victor, that could be a scary contender.
Let me see. San Antonio is 19-19. He's a 500 ball club with not much help. I mean, that's pretty impressive.
Yeah,
That's a playoff. That might be a play-in team.
yeah, for sure. So,
Shout out to Money Dimes, man. SJM.
hmm
Uh, let's keep it moving. The next category I want to talk about. Also, I always want to know, like, when you just a GM of the year.
hmm
So, like, what's your criteria for this? Like, far as like how you pick the 5 or 4 or 5 guys you feel like, is it based off of coaching, based off of trades, signings?
I think it's a little bit of both because I think I feel like you can make trades, but then your team gets worse. But
Right.
there's certain people that make trades and their team gets better, and like they get can go deeper, like a deeper run in the playoffs or whatnot.
Okay. All right. So I'm gonna just base that off trades because signings, free agent signings, there wasn't that many great free agents coming into the season. You
Yeah.
had guys like Kelly Oubre. That's not really a big factor as far as a huge sign. He was one of the best players in the free agency. That would go to the Nets, but he made a lot of moves too.
hmm
I don't think Kelly Oubre was, like a game changing move
Yeah.
as far as free agency. So for agency, we could leave that alone season one. But I
Yeah.
think we could just go based off trades. And on the screen right now, so I can go team by team. We can just kind of skim
hmm
through them.
Yeah.
Uh, try to get everybody, everybody team a little shine so we could actually do it the right way. So I guess GM of the year would be mostly off the trades and moves and
Yeah. I
what the
think
team
so.
looks like today. Okay.
hmm
All right. I like that. Sixers, that trade right there, it helped them for now.
Yeah.
It's a win now team. Lost a lot of youth.
Yeah.
Uh, I'm on the fences about that because I think a lot more other teams that got good returns and stay
Yeah.
young.
For sure. Yeah,
I'm
and they
just
kind of like with they brought back Chris Middleton and DeMar DeRozan, so those are two older players, and that,
right.
like you said, it's a win now move, and it could bite them in the future
Okay,
with
I
the rest.
skip. Cool. My bad. You got it. I'm sorry, but I skipped the
Uh,
Bucks. They didn't have 30 games. Like I
Yeah.
said, I'm gonna try to keep it on. I mean, I got a good memory of who has 30 games.
hmm
So I'm gonna go Chicago Bulls. They made a lot of moves. They used all 3 of their
Yeah.
trades. This is the key right here. This is very simple. We have a 3 trade rule in the
Yeah.
league. So this screen right here says 3 trades. So he maxed
hmm
out. He did everything he
Yeah.
could this season. So the first trade would be he started off with this is the Bulls, right?
Yeah.
So the second trade is the first trade, DeMar DeRozan. So you got the DeMar DeRozan trade because he traded a lot of people. It's a lot of people been moved twice on this list.
Yeah.
But he got Tobias Harris back, Milton, Montreal Harrell. Uh, that was a good first trade, I guess. Lost Demar. He didn't really get younger. Uh, the second trade would be Mikael Bridges. Am I right?
Yeah. CJ McCollum, Dorian Finney-Smith. I think he traded Zach Levine. I think that's who went to the Nets.
Yeah. See the screen. It's a glitch. It's not showing Zach Levine. That's why I'm looking
Yeah.
kind of weird right now. Zach Levine would be that last trade at the bottom,
Yeah.
right? Okay. So Zach Levine. Uh, he got rid of pretty much. I mean, Chicago do need a rebuild in my
Yeah.
eyes. They old. They had a team that was supposed to do something that never did anything. They still kept Alonzo. You got Bradley Beal, the shooting guard now. He got CJ now.
hmm
I like CJ over there.
Yeah.
I like him a lot over there. I ain't like him in New Jersey. He got traded very soon after, but I do like him with Chicago. I do like Milton. I like this team. I think he did a lot. I like what he did.
Yeah, same. I think he made like a lot of like good moves. Like he got younger type players
Mm-hmm.
and got rid of. I know. Like last 2K, DeMar DeRozan, like he regressed pretty hard. Like after season 1 or 2,
Right,
and so I think him getting off of that contract. And I'm pretty sure Tobias is a free agent after this year, so he freed up some money, I think, in the off season.
right. Okay. I'm just writing down the teams that I kind of really like.
Okay.
I think I did. I put the Bulls on there. I didn't write the Sixers on there. I'm on the fences about the Sixers. I do believe there's 4 other teams
Hmm.
that if I had to make a list, I think I'd find 4 more teams better than the Sixers moves. But I do respect someone who's make a move to win now
Yeah.
because so I got to kind of put him on the fence because a win now team to me is. You hear that static?
I don't
Okay,
hear it.
never mind. It's my headphones. It was my microphone. All right, 76ers. I'm putting on the fence. I'm on the fence about them. This is just my opinion, y'all. I'm just saying this
Yeah.
is conversation. You know what I'm saying? But I'm trying to make some good points when I'm talking to the
Yeah.
guy who's going to be making the list. To give everybody a fair shot to get on that list. But Sixers, I will put the Sixers on the fence right now. Cavaliers didn't meet the criteria,
Hmm.
game criteria. So let's keep moving to the next team. Boston is 3 games away. Mm, this is tricky because he made the greatest move to me. Not it was great to me because I have nothing for it. Far as like all you needed was Rudy Gobert.
Yeah.
I was trying to get Rudy, but
Yeah.
the new guy. This is thing. Let's take a break right quick. This is the thing. This is why I love and hate new guys and vets relationships because a vet he's gonna seek you out.
Hmm.
He's gonna seek you out and then he's gonna make you do a move. No, you might not be here that long.
Yeah.
Not saying Wolves won't be here long, but he made a we didn't really know him coming in. And he made a
Hmm.
move kind of like you just gave the best team in the East one of the best defenders there is to give this
Yeah.
team, right? So that team I played the team once, it was a blowout. I had nothing for it. So it was like that was the perfect move for Nick Toombs. It was like if I get this guy plus not just Rudy, he got Jaden McDaniels.
Yeah. He's a lock.
That's
And Shake
crazy.
Milton. Shake Milton. I was playing him, and he
Crazy.
was just still in the ball.
Crazy. It's crazy.
Well, and I think that's the thing with like newer players coming to the league. I feel like at least when I was new, I would look at like overalls, and you don't know like how they play. Like me and
Yeah.
you, we know how Rudy plays. We know how
Yeah.
Jen McDaniels plays.
Right.
He. So the trade to him, he probably seemed good. Oh, I'm getting Brogdon, who's like an 82 or something. I'm getting Robert Williams, who can replace Rudy.
Yep.
I'm getting Al Orford. I'm getting a pick. Seems good to you, but like Nick, it just made him, like you said, the final piece that he needed. And now,
Yeah. Yeah.
like I agree with you. I think this is probably one of the best moves I made, and he didn't really even need to change up his team a whole lot.
He only did it one trade. He only did it with one trade.
Hmm.
One trade, it was over the top. So shout out to Nick Toombs. I don't know if you're gonna make the list due to the games, but we have to respect the process of how
Hmm.
you gotta respect the process because, like I said, sacrifice. You gotta get the time. 30 games. That's the criteria. But you got 3 games left. You got about 4 hours left. Man, you can make it happen. But if we gotta put you on there, I guess they might put you on there because this shit is to me. I love it. I love it.
Hmm.
I just I love playing against the best of the best. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to win the game, but damn, this is tough. It's a hurdle.
Yeah.
It's a hurdle. Let's keep it moving. Like I said, my screen is slow. It says the Clippers they made no moves. Keep it moving. Memphis made no moves. The Hawks. Give my screen about 5-10 seconds. Okay, the Hawks. We talked about the Bradley Beal move. I guess he's not even there anymore, right?
Yeah. Who did he? I think he got Bridges back. Is that who he got back?
He got Bridges. Yeah, he got
Yeah.
Bridges. And yeah. I just played him earlier. Tough. That was tough. They came out. It was sometimes, it's funny. Sometimes you have a target. You can have you feel like you have a target on your back sometimes. And
Mhm.
then sometimes I get the best of, best punch. And it's like, I wasn't trying to fight today, but
Yeah.
he came out. He came out the gate, slap. I'm like, I couldn't keep up. And then, but the team was defensive stopping. They were stopping everything. Caruso, I mean, he got his team. I feel like if I had to take a point from him, I take the point away because he made a bad first trade with the
Mhm.
Bradley Beal thing, and then it didn't last long. I mean, Bradley Beal did his job. He was scoring 30 points, whatever, but he
Mhm.
got traded less than a week, 2 weeks
Yeah.
of game time. So it must have been a mistake.
Mhm.
If I'm a GM, I made a trade like that and I trade him again the same year. There has to be a mistake. It has to be a mistake. So I would take points off of that.
Yeah.
But he recovered. He recovered well. But the first trade was questionable. The Clint Capella trade.
Mhm.
I felt like that was questionable. But he worked it out with the bill. But like I said, the bill was gone. It was gone less than a week.
Mhm.
But this last trade, he got it back. He got it back.
Yeah.
And he lost DeJounte Murray.
Yeah. Like that trade for me personally, like Wagner's good, but I don't think he's the level Dejounte is.
But to his credit, I'm gonna say this. As I look at it now, he made a mistake, but I think the mistake allowed him to get even more. And what I mean
Mhm.
by that, if you look at the original roster, you got Trey Young, DeJounte Murray. I think Hunter was playing the three or AJ Griffin. Then you had
Yeah.
Capella and you had Sadiq Bey.
Mhm.
Now you got Trey, Caruso, great defender like Mary, not a talent like Mary, but Mikael Bridges is better than DeJounte, and
Mhm.
he's a better defender. And
True.
he's so you got shooting guard defender, small forward, and you got Hunter still, who's a third, probably the third best defender, perimeter defender on the team now. He used
Mhm.
to be the second, now he's the third. Or you could say him and Caruso. And then I guess the new guy he trusts. I like the way he trusts his young guy. What's the guy's the center name?
Uh,
Akungwa.
Okongwu, I
Yeah,
think.
he's trusting him. He Trey Capella. Everybody went crazy, but he trusting the guy that he told everybody like, man, I'm gonna be fine.
Mhm.
So you can look at that two ways. I thought he made a mistake, but in that he did get more. And like you said, friends,
For sure.
Fonz, yeah, Fonz, friends, and Michael, folks. I mean, so he got a lot of names.
Yeah, for
He
sure.
got a lot of names in return compared to the original roster. So that's something to think about.
Mhm.
Something to think about. Who else we got? Miami. They made 30 games, but only made one trade. Nothing to talk about. Charlotte, nothing to talk about. They ain't make 30 games, no way. Utah made 30 games.
Mhm.
Nothing big. I mean, the marketing trade, but I wouldn't call this a. I mean, Lou makes a lot of quick trades.
Mhm.
He tried to make his roster the way his style is, I guess.
Yeah. I mean, like the market trade, like to me, it didn't make sense, but he's been playing pretty well with Brandon Ingram, and he's a younger player, so like I it kind of balances itself out. But I guess the other two trades, I don't really see
Nothing
the
going on.
vision.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's keep it going. Try to be yeah. We're gonna just keep on moving. The Kings. Let's talk about the Kings. How you feel about? Matter of fact, how about this? I'm gonna give my opinion on the Kings. 'Cause I know you know because you the one who did it, right?
Hmm.
So let me see what I see on this right here. You got the Kings. Y'all traded Trey Lyles away, right? I
Yeah.
checked. I've been doing a lot of looking for deals with Josh Hart. I ran across your roster today or yesterday. Nas Reed is somebody I wanted. I want. The guy does. He can shoot the ball. He can rebound the basketball. He's big. He's 6'10", 6'9", but he play like he's 6'10", 6'11". I mean, the guy, he fit the criteria of what I was looking for. No else. Is he in? You got Thomas back?
Yeah, I got
Okay,
Cam Thomas.
Thomas, and you got Cal Kuzma.
Hmm.
Okay, so you got Fox, Monk. Who your small forward is now?
Kuzma's playing small forward.
Power forward, Sabonis,
Yeah, and then I have JaVale playing
JaVale. Okay,
center.
so not a lot of big moves. Did you get rid of contracts you didn't want?
The main one was Harrison Barnes.
Harrison Barnes. That's what I just saw. Before I said I saw Harrison Barnes' name.
Yeah,
Okay.
but I don't know the Kuzma. Like I played with him before, he was good, but I don't know. Like Hubs had the same problem. Like his shot is just so quick. Like it's been hard to time. So I don't know. He might be moving, but it was mainly to get off Harrison Barnes' contract because he's getting older, and
Right.
so. But no, nothing really crazy. Just small moves.
Yeah. Use all three of your trades. So
Hmm.
I mean, make shit happen.
Yeah.
The Knicks. Oh man. Hey, vice versa. What you feel?
Well, really liked your RJ Barrett trade. I thought
Yeah.
OG, he's I think he's a better defender and a better shooter than RJ is.
Yeah.
And then you also got Precious, who I
That
mean
was a
you did trade him again, but Precious he can hold his own. And
yeah.
I would think I was looking over at your roster a couple weeks ago, and I was looking. That's why I got Nas Reed because I was looking for guys with like brick wall. I'm
Right.
pretty sure I saw Precious had that, and
Yeah.
so I was like, he can set screens,
Hmm.
you know. But then the Nasir Little trade I liked.
I love that trade. I'm telling you right now. Let me explain this. I love that trade so much because I never looked at Nasir Little ever. I had him on my team last cycle when going to state for like 3 games. Where I just trade Steph Curry with him and Steph Curry got out of town, but he was part of that trade. But so I ain't looking at him since then. But the OG trade had to make it. Like
Mhm.
RJ Barrett, he's gonna be good, but he's not gonna be a winner to me. In my eyes, a winner for me, I need a defender. You could be an 86, 87, but your scoring went up, but your defense still okay. It's not You're not stopping nobody. I need a stopper. I got a scorer in my point guard, my power forward. And I think OG could put numbers up too if needed. Uh Precious he's gift wrapped. That was a bonus to the deal. I ain't really care for. I'm like Precious. I'm taking them. But the reason I traded Precious was as I looked at the forecast for the off season. I'm not gonna have. I don't want to lose him and not get nothing in return. Basically, so Precious was great for me. I mean, he was amazing. I felt the difference last game I played without him. I wasn't getting many rebounds like I thought I would, I'm used to. And I was like, damn, he got the rebound. I ain't get it. So that was kind of I missed him already on the second unit, but the Nasir Little, he has the perfect contract far as for me to retain the guys that I want to keep. I couldn't resign Precious quickly and OG. I could, but I know the first 3 days free agency, you gotta sign those guys because other teams come to get them.
Mhm.
So Nas Reed had a contract where it was small enough and he was good enough, and he got. I would look for years. I look people with years, and I wanted somebody in return that could play the power forward, small forward spot. So he was perfect fit, and now I got the money to sign who I need to sign to keep my guys I want. Plus, I got 2 first-round picks, so that's all there was. Nothing wrong with Precious. Josh Hart, nothing wrong with him either
Mhm.
at all. I just don't like his contract. Not even bad. I just want to make sure I had more money.
Mhm.
It's all it was about money. It's not really
Yeah.
about the talent. But that was it. I like my trades. And we're winning, so I don't know. I put a tab by that. I might put my name on this list.
Put your name on it. I think.
Let's see what we got. I might, but yeah. Lakers, no trades. Orlando, big trade.
Yeah.
Not big
This.
trade, but it was drop. I mean, it's dropped.
I. This is probably. I love this move for drop personally, and I even played him the other day, and the underrated part about this trade is Bay. Drop
Yes,
when I was playing him, he did not miss with Bay once.
and it's keep going. You got it.
Yeah, and so he also got DeJounte Murray, who's young, who can defend, and I'm pretty sure he's on a multi-year contract. He got rid of Fultz, who probably wasn't going to be his point guard anyways in the future.
Right.
Wagner, he's good, but I think DeJounte fits the Magic better, especially Drop's play style.
That. I like I said, when I started trade, I hit drop up in the DM. I was like, good trade. I'm like I said, the Hawks owner. We just talked about the Hawks. He was new
Hmm.
to the BBA, so I felt like he was making moves, kind of like ill-advised moves. Like the first trade was a Capella, kind of threw everybody off for a loop.
Yeah.
But like I said, he worked it out at the end of the day. But when Drop got it, was like, he got pulled by a vet because everybody know Franz Wagner. He's a sexy pick player to get.
Hmm.
The ratings is gonna be high.
Hmm.
But me knowing Drop and knowing the history of his personnel, he has the Jonte Murray in the past. He has had Sadiq Bey. He went to the championship with Sadiq Bey in Detroit. The year we played.
Hmm.
And Sadiq was hitting shots. It was like he got two guys he's used to add to his team that's already. His team mirrors my team a lot. Good point guard, power forward, up and rising power forward, like Randall, who's already established, but he's like Randall. So he mirrors my team a lot. And he got even better with Mary and a great shooter in base. So that one trade to me put him in the two spot in the East right now.
Yeah.
So I would put Orlando on there. I mean, you
Yeah,
don't you
for
don't got
sure.
to have three trades to
Hmm.
be on this list. One trade could get you right.
Yeah.
All right, let me see. Dallas Mavericks next. I think Kraken got 30 games, but this trade right here, he won the trade, but I
Yeah,
don't
he
think this
did.
trade put him on top. I didn't know what San Antonio was doing that day, but I guess it worked out for him too. He's 19 and
Mm.
19.
Yeah.
Shout out to Kraken. You got anything you want to say about Dallas?
I like this trade
Mm,
for Kraken because he got Keldon Johnson, who I think he really helps. Like I think around Luka and Kyrie, and then Sochan, younger player that has some defensive upside,
okay, okay.
and so yeah, I like that trade.
All right. Keep moving. My son just walked in. Shout out to Kraken Craniums. Next is Brooklyn. They have how this happened. One, two. I mean, I'm pretty sure something happened. He got
Yeah.
like five trades on here, but I guess he went from. I mean, his team always it started off as a team that had a lot of role players, some sort
Yeah.
of. But I don't think he really got rid of all those. He just really got rid of his best player. That's who he really got rid of.
Hmm.
He didn't get rid of what's the guy name? The shooter, light skinned guy, Johnson.
Uh. Yeah.
He didn't get rid of Johnson. He didn't get rid of Ben Simmons. He didn't get rid of Claxton.
Yeah.
Uh,
I think, and then he got Zach Levine back,
Zach Levine. That's right.
but you know, I guess I kind of consider Zach Levine in. Mikal Bridges kind of in the same tier. Zach Levine has more offensive
Yeah.
abilities, and uh, Mikal has more defensive. So
Yes, I don't think he really. He's a great user. He's a great user.
mhm,
But I don't really think the GM part was up there at the top. But he made a lot of moves. So
mhm,
I think sometimes people get. I think some people when they vote, they think I made all these trades. That means something. That really doesn't mean a lot.
mm-mm,
We just saw a couple teams with 1, 2 trades that was the right move. Like the Boston trade was one move, big trade. Magic trade, big trade, and it worked. You know, so I put him mid tier as far as GM or the
yeah,
second tier 5 through 10 maybe. But the first
hmm
five, I want to put Brooklyn the first five.
for sure.
This is my opinion, y'all. This is I mean I don't know who's gonna be on this GM list, but I'm making good points. So we having a discussion right here. So
Yeah,
hey, no trade Denver. Shout out to Denver. Just Vertigo. Indiana. Money next door. He doesn't have enough games. Pelicans. I think he met
Pelican.
the criteria. He made the trade criteria early. He made 3 of them first week, I think.
Yeah, and we know it's shady.
It's Shady.
He's gonna trade to trade. Um,
Shout out Shady. Uh,
I think I don't know if I figured him out. I think he just trades for players to try him out, and then next season, oh, I want to try out other players.
okay.
Like for me, I don't really see his vision
Okay.
with everything, but
We love you, Shady, but
yep.
I'm on time schedule. We're not talking trade. We're just talking GM moves, and right now, we don't see the big picture.
Mhm.
But make sure you trade me next year. All right, we're gonna
Yeah.
work some shit out. Zion is the name. Uh, I know you tired of his short ass. He's short. He's short and fat. Come on now, send him on. Detroit, one trade. He kept it simple.
Mhm.
Shout out to my guy,
Yeah.
ATF. Keep it moving. But shout out to ATF. He play. I mean, activity level amazing. I do want to. That's
Mhm.
something I do want to talk about later. I think I want to save it, but I want to do something special for activity.
For sure.
I want special for activity. So shout out to ATF. Toronto. Who was Toronto? BMAC. Uh,
Emac.
does he get the games? I can't remember his record.
I can't remember. I think he's either close or just barely missed it. I can't remember.
But well, I'm gonna say this. I wouldn't give. He wouldn't be my top five GM
Mhm.
because he traded basically because he wanted a Canadian. Because he from Canada. He wanted RJ Barrett. I just felt like I'm glad he traded with me, but
Yeah.
I was like, sure. But I think his team got worse with that trade.
Mhm.
Uh, I like the months. I like Gary Trent, but that's nothing too major.
Mm.
Next up, we got the Rockets, no trades. San Antonio. Shout out to Victor. Let's keep it moving. Well, we gotta talk about that trade. I love the Bobby Porter trade though. I'm not gonna lie. Uh, yeah, that trade to me kind of voided because Vassell went to Milwaukee.
Yeah.
There's no user plans. Like,
Mhm.
it's a dud trade. Phoenix, Phoenix,
I
you got it.
I personally wouldn't consider him in the top 5 because
Mm.
he traded for Capella, traded Bradley Bill, then traded Capella again, kind of like what we were saying with the Hawks. Like, but the Hawks made up for it. I don't see Pokusevsky in a first round making up for Capella.
Bingo. When I first saw this trade, Capella trade, I said, "Silent a genius." I said he's a genius. I mean, not say a genius, but I love the trade. I like he's getting Capella. You got Katie. You got Booker already. Bradley Bill kind of in the way.
Mhm.
It's only so many times they can touch the ball. You need some defense. You need some rebounders. You need something like that. I think Capella was that.
Mhm.
And Kraken. He let me Kraken Silent. He loves to have he loved power forward center spots. He liked to get the biggest guys. But he had got a real good one in a rebounder and a defensive player. So I was like, with KD, I said it's tough. I ain't beat him twice. They played twice. He beat me twice, and I played Capella second time. It was like, yeah, it was clear I couldn't do much with him. The Bobo trade is different because I thought he was good, Bobo. Not like
Yeah.
money good with Bobo, but Bobo was solid. Solid is very tough on defense. He made sure to use Bobo 7 foot with 3, 2.
Hmm.
He made sure to use him like a contest shots. He's contesting shots. So I think that hurt him on the second trade. I just felt like that Capella trade was just all he needed.
Hmm.
So I had him up high when I first saw the trade, but I kind of took him down when he traded Capella. But it's just my opinion, not my call. On if he gets the top 5 spot,
Yeah.
but we put him in consideration because I ain't got on my
For
list. I
sure.
ain't got too many teams. I only got
Hmm.
one, two. I got Boston on there, but they're not qualified really. Hawks, Six, Knicks, Magic, Suns. Uh, next team is OKC. How you feel about OKC trade?
I Jimmer. I mean, this trade.
The same Capella trade.
Yeah, I think Jimmer stole this trade.
Stole the trade.
And I just played him right before this, and JaVale's a good rebounder, and Capella was grabbing everything over JaVale, and like him next to Chet, especially if Chet gets progressions, that team is gonna be crazy.
I tell you this right here. Like I said, I think one trade is all you need sometimes. And I feel
Hmm.
like this trade alone, I like better than the Suns we just talked about.
Yeah.
The same thing when the Suns made it one trade with Capella. I felt like he was top 5. I feel like this one trade right here is better than the Suns' next 2 trades. So
Hmm.
you got SGA, you got Giddy, you got Dort, you got Chet, and you got Capella. I
Hmm.
mean, the original team wasn't like that. And then you got and they're already young guys. So the young guys go to next season with a great rebounder with Capella,
Hmm.
and he gave his 26th first round pick. That's like what 3
Yeah.
seasons from now.
Yeah, and he has probably a billion more picks, so like that's not gonna.
Exactly. So I really like Thunder. I really want.
Hmm.
I mean I love the Thunder. I'm just gonna put them up, man.
Yeah, I like this trade too.
Uh, Minnesota Timberwolves. There we go. Shout out to my guy El Mazra.
Hmm.
Yeah, okay. From Italy. We played. I like his
Yeah.
style. He's tough. He has
Hmm.
he like to do a lot of swiping, but he learning. Like I said, first game I played, he did a lot of swiping. He did second game too, but you can tell he started getting more cleaner. So
Hmm.
shout out to him. Taking his sim journey over
Yeah,
here.
he's been balling.
Yeah,
Yeah, we've been talking
yeah,
back and forth, like asking him how he likes the league, and he likes it, and so it's a good addition for sure.
yeah. Shout out, shout out to him, man.
Hmm.
Trade wise, I did like his trade. Though he gave the best team in basketball the final piece of the puzzle
Hmm.
for his end. When I played him yesterday, I do like Robert Williams with Cat. It's still
Hmm.
the same thing as Gobert.
Yeah,
Still a big front line. Still a front line. Still big. Uh, Malcolm,
I
Al
can.
Horford, solid. Still, you
I
got
like the Brogdon part of it because I'm pretty sure Conley's a free agent after this season, and so he got his point guard.
replacement. Yeah,
Yeah, so I mean, it's not bad, and then he got a
yeah.
first for it.
Got a first for it. So he did get a lot back from Rudy. I mean, because he got a first. I mean, he got Boston first. It's nothing much. No, he got Boston first round pick. That's going to be a late pick.
Yeah.
But you got your point guard for the next couple of years. You got Edwards going to rise. Uh, Al Horford, he might drop a little bit, but he's still solid. No one ever likes Al Horford, but he can shoot the ball. He can rebound it decent. He's a great defender. So he's a great player, a great vet.
Mhm.
Uh, so I like the Timberwolves. Did put him over the top? I won't say that. I won't put him in top 5 for this season, but I do like the direction he's going in. Shout out
Yeah,
to his guy Sasha. That's one of his guys. He said, but
yeah, that's what he
he
messaged
made
me, and he's like, "I gotta get him." I was like,
yeah.
"Okay, dude."
He said he had to get him.
Yep. So we made it happen. So.
Yeah. Next up, we got the Portland Trailblazers. Uh, this is trade that happened this morning.
Hmm.
It was funny because, like I said, I told you about my end, but it was even more funny to me because me and Rod talked about. We talked not about Precious and him. We talked about, of course, Thibault. That wasn't
Hmm.
happening, right? But I knew. I guess it was back Joker, the Nets, and Munch. They kept asking about playoffs. I'm looking like I'm trying to make a trade. Goddamn it,
Yeah.
we need to hear a trade deadline first before we talk about playoffs. So I'm like, I gotta make this trade. But I sent Rod this trade like 4 hours before they started talking about playoffs. I'm looking like, man, I need to figure a way to get this trade out before they start talking about advancing, because this is very big trade for my off season. So Rod hit me up about 3 o'clock in the morning. He thumbs up, but that shit happened just like that. But he got what he wanted. I got what I
Hmm.
wanted. Rod, he got a rebounder. He's number one in the West. I mean,
Yeah.
you got to give. I mean, I wouldn't say Precious put him over the top.
Mm-mm.
I just say,
I think it's just kind of like a, like a bonus. Like we know Razo always gonna be good. He's always gonna be at the top,
yeah,
and this trade just might help him for the time being. But I
right,
think for GM, maybe he's just not top five because I don't think it made him that much better than what he already was.
right.
So
I agree. Golden State, no trades. Shout out to Kibbles. I haven't heard from Kibbles, so y'all check on Kibbles. I hit him up in DM. Can't get a
for
hold of him.
sure.
If y'all get a hold of Kibbles, you know what I'm saying? Try to do that. Warriors, I mean not Warriors, Washington. Shout out to Hubs, man. I'm just gonna say that.
I
Uh,
mean, I think he won the trade. Like now that I don't have Herder,
mm,
I'm like kind of like,
missing them.
and he's been balling with him. So like it may not put him in the top five, but that's a W trade for him because he got his Maryland player that he likes, and
Yeah, that's crazy in itself. Let me see out here. We're editing some of this. I'm gonna edit because
okay,
I'm gonna do segments, so I'm gonna edit this part out too. But we're pushing 48 minutes already. So
all
how
right,
much we got? So I said an hour, but we might pass an hour. So you good to
yeah,
pass that mark? Okay, we're gonna
yeah,
try
I'm
to.
good.
So I'm gonna cut some of this stuff out. This conversation we having right now, I'm gonna chop it out. But
Okay,
let me see. So 6 men a year. That's the next topic.
hmm,
Wait till the screen come up. Let me see. All right, man. We got 6 men a year candidates. This is what 2K has right here. So the range when you 6 men when it comes to picking the 5 guys to vote for. Do you go off 2K list or you kind of just go searching?
So 6 men, it's been harder recently because like usually like you can go in and see like how many games they started and how many games like they played. So
Hmm.
like if it like shows like 0 but like 17 games played, so I know like, oh, they're coming off the bench.
Right,
But sometimes 2K's been glitching out and been saying like, I forgot who it was. Like last season, it was like Jordan Poole was coming off the bench when he was really playing when he was starting.
right.
But I think right here, I think this is pretty accurate. I mean, I played Raw, and I'm pretty sure Simons came off the bench, and I know Cole Anthony came off the bench for drop. So I mean, I
I
haven't
think
played Warrior, so
Warriors don't make the criteria,
oh yeah,
damn
true.
requirement. But you're right. I played all these guys. I played Raw once, but I played Magics 3 times. I played Bulls 3 times, and the Nets 3 or 4 times. So and all these guys were off the bench, and they were putting up numbers like this. And I always thought my guy off the bench was doing good quickly, but he's
Hmm.
not. He's not averaging. no more than Cameron Johnson. He averaged like 10.4 also, but he's not averaging 14, 15, 17.
Hmm.
So it's like those top four guys, four out of them five, I think Chris Paul out, will probably be the guys on the list.
Hmm.
Uh, and right now it's looking like a battle between Simons and Anthony.
Hmm.
Uh, I mean, they play about the same amount of games. I want to say, let me check right quick. Rob played, let me see right quick. Simons played how many games so far this year? Doesn't really matter. He played 34 games, started three. What's the other guy name? The other guy would be
Cole Anthony.
Cole Anthony. Cole Anthony played 44 games and started no games. That's still good. I mean,
Hmm.
you ain't gotta miss all the games, but like I said, I played Rob very early. Simons wasn't on point yet. I think we played the second game of the season, but I played Anthony a couple times, and he got the best of me. you know.
Hmm. Yeah, I played Raw the other day, and Simons was his best player in that game.
Oh, I've been
And
seeing the highlight reels.
yeah,
I've
and
been seeing
so
those.
he's been figuring him out. But I also played drop, and he was going crazy with Anthony too. So it's a tough battle.
Yeah, I agree. Well, shout out to these guys on the list. Might add another name to the mix on the poll
Yeah.
since Chris Paul should be replaced, I guess.
Hmm.
But let's keep it moving, man. So we had 6 men a year. The next one's always been kind of hard to me. Uh, it's, it's simple. Most improved, from last year to
Yeah.
this year.
Hmm.
But sometimes you gotta go searching. But sometimes you don't want to search too much because you don't want to go to a guy who averaged 1 point last year. Now he averaging 8 points, and that's a 7 point difference. But
Hmm.
then you got a guy who averaged 14 last year. Now he averaging 19. I think that's more impressive than a guy who jumped 8 total points.
Hmm.
Even though this guy jumped 6 points, it's like, but he's a factor. You
Yeah.
know.
And it's like with this first season, it's like harder. Like most improves always harder this first
Mm,
season, because the next season I can just look at like some players what they did the previous season, and been like, okay, they're candidate for most improved because they
my
elevated
bad.
their game.
All right, most improved players. I saw on the screen. We got most improved players right here. The issue, most improved, like you said, the issue is really like, look at this, look at this. It
Yeah.
doesn't. But the thing is, it goes back to 10-minute quarters. It's not based on 12 minutes. It's not
Hmm.
based. Scoring was hard. People putting in 50 points a game. So it's not the real scores in the NBA, the 100-point game. So everybody numbers down, even superstars, their numbers, they're not averaging 30.
Hmm.
People averaging like 19, 20, who average close to 27 points a game. So from last year to this year, it's going to all look downhill.
Hmm.
So like you said, first season would be hard to say who improved.
Yeah.
And this right here, it should just be a voided award.
Hmm.
I mean, unless
I
you go,
think
yeah,
for maybe season one, and then
yeah,
once all the numbers are like the same, then can view it the next season. But yeah, it's
yeah.
almost impossible to determine.
So I think we could call most improved a watch this season. I mean,
Hmm.
it's a watch, man. We're not gonna
Yeah.
waste too much time on that.
Hmm.
I mean, maybe I hit you up. I might be on the internet. I mean, on the game tonight, just looking around. I hit you up tonight, say, hey, man, it's
For
about five,
sure.
6 guys that improved by a lot, and I hit you up in DM. But right here, it's not. Come on, Toppins,
Hmm.
Paul Reed. Come on now,
Yeah.
Bo, never. Thibault, 3 points a game, improved. Christian Braun, 4 points a game. Come on now, this is ridiculous.
Yeah.
This is the least improved award. Uh, Next award, man. This is another difficult one. It's not. It's stats involved, but sometimes I think defensive player of the year is kind of opinion based because for me it's like I said, okay, you're the guy with the who do the names. So for you,
Mhm.
sometimes when I see the list, I guess this is more of a biased award to me because you would have a guy like I say Giannis, he dominates everywhere, but it's like that's what he's supposed to do, right? So if
Yeah.
somebody who even looks close to him, they'll pick him over Giannis. So it's
Mhm.
like the numbers don't got to match up for the person to get the votes. It just the opinion is Giannis does that anyway.
Mhm.
So is there like a criteria you go by when you select the five guys? I guess.
I kind of go off, I kind of look on what 2K has like the defensive, but usually it's all centers every year. And I was like, I know there's like defenders that aren't just like centers. And so like I go into 2K, I forgot how exactly I go into it, but like you can see like the defensive,
The ratings.
like not the ratings, like the opponent's shot percentage when they're being like guarded by these players. And then you can kind of see who's really elite.
Right.
But and I kind of try to put in like guards and stuff. Like usually, sometimes like Jimmy Butler is on there,
Right.
and he's like a good defender. But I kind of go into it more, but kind of base it off on this thing. Kind of get an idea like who's up there, but then try to find some other guys.
Okay. So I'm gonna go to I guess league leaders, and I do want to kind of see the league leader in steals and blocks.
Hmm.
That type of them type of things because those do play a big part in defensive player of the year award. Uh, so let me go to the stats. We got season stats, league leaders per game. This would be steals per game. Should be on the screen shortly. I think Jimmy Butler is number one right now.
Yeah.
30 games played, so that's respectable.
Hmm.
Was he on the top five MVP? Was he on there? Yeah, he wasn't on there.
No, I think it was just all like centers like Embiid, Kessler, Giannis, Davis. So I usually like, yeah, kind of check out like the steals like Jimmy Butler and like see
Yeah.
like how they're doing.
So a lot of guys got like 1.2 steals. Everybody pretty much under two. But
Hmm.
like I said, Jimmy's the highest on the steal list, almost at two for sure. Uh, but the issue with that is to me, like the comparison of 1 and 2 for me, Jimmy and Thibault. I
Hmm.
know Rob played more games than Bubba. Bubba played 30 exactly because he said he got 30. I'm done. Rob's like in close to 40,
Hmm.
so he got 10 more games played. He just point one still under him. So
Yeah.
it's like he had more to lose by playing more games. So it's like he got the
True.
same number Jimmy got, but we got more steals total.
Hmm.
Uh, and that was what he do. He played defense. I mean, but like I said, it's a defensive player of the year award. It's biased to me because, like I said, superstar player that has a 1.9 will be in the category,
Hmm.
and you could look over Thibault if he doesn't have 2.5 assists, look him over. So it's a tough award to me, but let's go to blocks. Uh, we already did blocks. Pretty much all the centers that was on the list had the
Hmm.
top five blocks, I guess. Yeah, those are five guys. Like you said, Victor's over there. Was
Hmm.
he was he on the list too a minute ago?
I don't think so. He maybe was or barely wasn't. I maybe he was, but
But yeah, it's not a lot of I mean, there's other criteria I'm pretty sure you go by. Like I'm gonna let you do that because this is a difficult award.
yeah, like I try to go check a bunch of things
Yeah,
like blocks, steals, like like defensive
yeah.
like rating they have on like shot percentages.
Cause sometimes I even use like the view per 36-minute stats. What's the next one? It's another one. It's about to pop up on my screen. Not that one. Advanced stats. Okay, so advanced stats. There's a lot of the
Yeah.
things on advanced stats. I guess they give you and they show you.
Yeah, like I kind of look at like what was it like the um
Once again, y'all, my screen, the broadcast is delayed. It's like I'm on my screen. It's showing a lot of stuff, but it's like 4 seconds delayed. So, uh, like I said, some of the stuff is gonna be kind of hard to show y'all because it's so delayed.
yeah.
So it won't keep up with the conversation. But it's a lot of little advanced stuff that you
Mhm.
use. You
Yeah.
pick up, guys. Pretty
Yeah,
much.
like I look at like the opponent like field goals attempted and like kind of compare it to the opponent's field goals made,
Hmm.
kind of shows like how like the opponents are shooting around them. But it's a hard award to judge cuz like
It
you
is.
said, it could be like um just like cuz people like you said, people know Giannis and that's what he does and so they just vote.
Carter, there you go.
So hopefully we can I'll try to do it as best as I can.
I'm back. Sorry about that. My son, I didn't know he was that loud. I
That's good.
took my headphones. I said, "Damn, boy, screaming." So, man, that's a question. I probably missed what you said, but I will say, is there somebody? This is a bias award to me, as far as it's kind of hard to really like pick and decide. What defender that you played that you felt like was maybe not on this list, but gave you problems, gave you a lot of problems?
um I would have to say recently I know when I played Victor, I like tried like Sabonis and stuff and like it was hard to score with him. And then I also know like Chet as well. I know he's not on the list and but I just played him and I think Sabonis went like 2 for 14 while Chet was guarding him.
Hmm.
And so like those are two guys and they're not even on the list that like I played that have
Okay,
affected but
I will say two of these guys gave me problems for sure, Anthony Davis and Rudy. But outside these guys, that's not on the list, gave me problems. Uh, it just depends on what the problem is because my problems, I don't have a superstar, so he could be stopped.
mhm,
Sometimes the game plan is my point guard, and if he's not going, if somebody puts somebody in front of him and they stop him, we might fold.
mhm,
So I done seen a couple of guys. I seen Vanderbilt. He's a problem. He 6'9", guarding 6'1". Solo. He always got something for me. He always got something. I love it, but it's like, damn, not today. So Vanderbilt gave me problems. Uh, Jalen Brown gave me problems, but that whole Boston defense gave me problems. So it's like it
yeah.
didn't matter. It didn't matter which way I was going for any player. So Jaden McDaniels was a problem. Maybe Tatum. I can't say he's a problem because he's probably the best option I probably would go through to score.
Mhm.
Uh, but it was tough. That Boston team, Derek White is somebody on the radar that was very underrated on this the defensive. He has all the attributes. He's like a
Yeah.
90 steal, maybe 90 perimeter defense. One of them got some great badges, clamps, golds. Looking like when he become a defensive stopper, but he hasn't. So I would say he's somebody that surprised me as a defender. But I wouldn't say he stopped me. He just surprised me by his stats, his attributes.
Mhm.
But I mean the usual guys, Markel Bridges, he's always tough.
Mhm.
He get through screens so easily. And what's that guy? I love OG. I mean OG, I play with OG. So I will give my guy a shout out. I love OG. I just dropped like 4 or 5 videos of steals because I just like the way he steal the ball.
Mhm.
He gets almost 2 a game, 1.2 a game, so one a game. But it's timely steals. It's like big key moments where I feel like OG comes in and say today. So I'm a vouch for my guy as far as underrated now on the list.
Yeah, for
But his
sure.
defense is fun to me. It's fun. So it's like I like him, but defense player, yeah, he's just a guy that's not on the list. But if I had to pick one of these guys, that Laker team's tough
Hmm.
defensively. That Boston team tough. It'd be between AD and Rudy Gobert. So the
Hmm.
whole team is so tough that I couldn't tell you. It's just tough. Every alley, every lane is tough.
Hmm.
So I would go those two guys for sure.
For sure.
Uh, this award right here, we got two more left, guys. We got two more left. This is not on the 2K side. This is more on our side, I guess. It could go hand in hand with GM, I guess. But Coach of the Year award. How you how we call this as far as Coach of the Year?
I kind of just base it off on what, like, record wise, but then also like, I guess activity too.
Right?
Cause if I see someone like like in the top, like, you know 8 or 9 seeds, and they maybe only played, barely 30 games, I'm gonna look like, for you example, you're 34-11. I'm like, he's been playing more, so like he should deserve it, even though maybe someone else has a better record than you, but they played
Yeah,
less.
yeah. Like Tunes, perfect situation, Boston.
Yeah.
Uh, clearly that's the best team in basketball. Best team, best record, far less least losses in basketball is three
Mhm.
with a team that's almost at 30 games. So he has a high win percentage, the highest percentage in the league.
Mhm.
Played a good handful of games. He had a good sample size of like this team is pretty much who they are. So
Mhm.
they are a better team than my Knicks. But like you said, you got to award activity too.
Mhm.
Activity has to be rewarded. Yeah. But if I was basing it, I base it off of maybe trajectory. Like I wouldn't project like say I use my team for example, Orlando. I use Orlando. They weren't expected to be
Yeah.
2 seed. There was if I had to take a guess at the beginning of the season, I would say Orlando, just roster wise, you're talking about bottom half of the playoff bracket.
Mhm.
Might battle play in. At highest, I give him the highest 4 or 5. But he's
Yeah.
damn near one. He's damn near one. If he play one more goddamn game, now I'll be pissed off because I'm not playing no more games till I drop. I'm not. I'm not. I'm done. I gotta work tomorrow. But yeah, same with the Knicks. I wanted when I got the team, I was 24th pick. That also for me, like, where you pick this team at, and
Yeah.
how did you turn them around to? You picked them like say Lou first week power ranking. Lou had the last team selected. He made it to first power ranking, 4 or 5.
Yeah.
So that was like it's impressive.
Mhm.
That team wasn't projected to be that high on the power rankings.
Yeah.
So but like teams like Boston, I expect Boston to be the top in the East with that record. But it's
Mhm.
like I'm not gonna discredit that because they projected, that they have a good coach. They're winning
Mhm.
games. That he's doing his job.
Yeah.
But for me, I just look at the guys who wasn't expected to be high. So that's just how I look at it. But like I said, it's
Mhm.
your selection.
Well,
But
that perfectly makes sense. Um, like we know, like you said, Boston, 76ers,
right,
we're Bucks, we're expecting them to be at the top. But like you see Knicks and Magic, that's impressive, and you guys have the record to back it up, and so I'll have to consider that.
yeah. So if I had to pick, I'm just gonna go. I'm just doing for games. 4 teams. I had to pick 3 teams in the East that coach. I'm gonna say 4 teams. Knicks, Magic. I'm gonna say Boston, but I want to before I say Boston, I kind of want to look at the guys who wasn't expected to be where they at. The Hawks, Nets, Indiana, Chicago. Uh, I'll throw Boston. I just throw the top four in there because five is not bad. Hawks not bad. Hawks is doing great.
Hmm.
Uh, are they overachieving? They're pretty much playing how they. Well, I would think they would be at five. Uh, Nets in real life, both teams made. I mean, not the Hawks. They made playoffs. They got superstar though. They got Trey Young, superstar. Brooklyn made playoffs last year in real life, so it's like that's a good team. So they're doing exactly what they've been doing. So I wouldn't put them over Boston and Philly.
Hmm.
So that's what I would say with the East. You got any different four that you would might
I
put in there?
think, yeah, I think I'm probably the same way. I feel like all the top four have played, games and have good records and good seedings based on it. So I like the first four as
All right,
well.
to the west side. West side, we got there you go. Uh, Portland. I mean, wasn't expecting that. I mean,
Hmm.
as far as roster wise, it's raw. We get that
Hmm.
part. That's why he's going to be in the Coach of the Year award because he took this team. Not saying the team was bad. There's no really bad team in the league except the
Yeah.
Wizards. The Wizards, to me, on paper, the trash of day one. It was a trash team to me. Me, me and Hugs joked about it beginning of the season. I just felt like that team is just the worst team in basketball.
Yeah.
But like a team like Portland, that's not a bad team. They got a bright future.
Hmm.
But they still weren't projected to be number one seed.
Yeah.
So I think he should most definitely be in the Coach of the Year conversation. My other three teams in the West, if I had to pick them based off the same criteria we used last with the East, uh, I'm gonna keep the Lakers because they're gonna be on the list. I just want to see some other teams before I say the Lakers. Utah is pretty good, impressive. He's been very quiet lately, so I just feel like is he here? Is he connected? As far as just sometimes in the season, this is a regular season award, I guess, right?
Yeah.
And I feel like Utah didn't make a lot of noise this year. Though
Mm.
he had 21-12, it wasn't like he didn't put nobody on notice.
Yeah.
So I feel like that's why I'm not gonna put the Jazz on here because it was a good GM and not GM job. It was just a good he did a good job. But I
Hmm.
want to say he did something spectacular to get Coach of the Year.
Yeah.
Uh Mavericks 1912 solid, but nothing out of the norm. That's why I see Dallas. Clippers could have been better. Denver, I'm surprised because I can't beat them. I can't beat them.
Uh,
But it's when I can't beat them, I would expect his record not to look like this.
mm. Yeah.
The West is getting kind of clear. Uh, I will put the Lakers in there officially. Damn, do I got to put Utah in there? Let me go down to the bottom. I mean, I can't go to the bottom because the bottom. I mean, it's not wins.
Yeah.
It's not a lot of wins going in the West. As far as like it's like 500 ball near thing now. I guess I would have to put Utah and Dallas, but those are the bottom of my 8 selection.
I would probably put. I don't know. I mean, Portland for sure. Lakers for sure.
Yeah,
Probably Utah. But I'm kind of leaning towards San Antonio because
San
even though
Antonio.
they have Victor, but they're playing 500 ball right now, and they're supposed to be projected one of the worst teams in the league.
You're exactly right. I apologize, SJM. You are exactly right. San Antonio. See, that's why I went down to see, but I went right past them. But yeah, that team was not projected to be 8. So Popovich and yeah, I would put him damn near third in the West.
Hmm.
I'll put him in third, and I put Utah fourth of my top 4 coaches. Yeah, I think San Antonio. I mean, Utah more well-rounded to me than San Antonio. San Antonio has the brightest future with Victor,
Hmm.
but as far as right now, I think Utah has more solid veterans, and they have an actual identity. They got Brandon Ingram too. That's
Hmm.
legit star, legit second tier star, and they got pieces around him. Victor's by itself really. So I will say, yeah, I would go with San Antonio. I will move the other team out, Dallas out, and put San Antonio on my fourth spot for top coaches in the West. And that brings us to our last one. But like I said, we're just having this conversation
Mm-hmm.
about this stuff, fellas. Let's not take it personal. Let's not lead the league. You know what I'm saying? Because somebody said something about you. Yes, that was a shot. That was most definitely a shot. But anyway, man, let me see. Let's go to MVP race, man. We got MVP race is always the biggest award of the year because it's the best player in the league for that season. Who don't want to be the best player in the league? Let me see. All right, so we got most valuable player award. Who do we have here on the list? We have a guy named Anthony Davis. We have Trey Young, Joel Embiid, Dame Lillard, Julius Randle. Oh my God, this is 2K list, fellas. So Deranged, how do you go about picking MVPs? Even the guys who's not on this list right here. How did you kind of?
So I look at this just to get like a reference, like I know that like Damian Lillard, he's scoring 28 points, and I know Rob plays his game, so it's pretty accurate. So I
Right.
keep him in there. Trey Young, like he's been balling. He's 6.9 assists, so like I kind of like okay, so he's been there. Then the rest of
Yeah.
the guys, because I know once I feel like there's a kind of a drop off from like there's like the higher 20 points per game scores, and then there's like down, and it's like
Yeah.
20, 19, 18. A lot of people are down there, and so then I kind of go to the league leaders
Yeah.
and kind of just like go through the stats, or like you could used to also use the analytics tool, so you can base it off of like you can select like points per game per season, and then also like assist or something like that. It kind of shows you who's been the best, and so I kind of just like go through.
Okay.
Yeah.
So on our list, we had Anthony Davis, we had Dame, we had Julius Randle. Who the other two guys was on the original list?
Trey Young
Trey
and I
Young,
think Joel Embiid.
Joel Embiid.
Yeah.
So okay, so the other guys on this points per game because MVP, you gotta put the ball in the hole most times.
Hmm.
Unless you average triple double. But most times you gotta have a high scoring average. So guys who have high scoring average that make the criteria is not 30 games would be guys like Victor. Like Victor really he's a real mentionable in the MVP race.
Hmm.
Very so, very much so. I think he's doing better than Anthony Davis if we think about it. If
Yeah.
we think about it,
Yeah.
from what I just saw number wise, I don't remember something AD he had good numbers, but Victor has to be on par.
Yeah. And then like they also had like Joel Embiid, but I don't know if he's the best player in Philly because James Harden's
Yeah.
23 and 6.5 assists.
Mm.
It's pretty
Zach
good.
Levine putting numbers up. I mean, his
Yeah.
guy putting numbers up. If it's MVP, that's good numbers, but not MVP for us.
Yeah.
22 points, good, but like game changing, like changing the face of the team and making like putting the lead on notice. I think that's what we're looking for. Uh, this Boston team so loaded. He's not. He played 28 games, but he's so loaded. Everybody knows Tatum's the star,
Hmm.
but the numbers they're okay as far as like the rebounds and assists. But like I said, everybody numbers lower, but it's like the team's so well rounded. You don't need Tatum to do too much. You know, this shit slow as hell. Okay, there we go. John Morant. He just started. Kush just got back 21 games. Kyrie putting the ball in the hole. KD getting them games in for sure.
Hmm.
Luca. I guess when we get down here, I'm looking for rebounds and assists too, steals, stuff like that. But
Yeah.
everybody pretty much similar. I think LeBron respectable. I think LeBron is respectable as
Yeah.
far as MVP candidate
Yeah.
with his numbers.
19-7
Yeah,
and 4.
4 assists and 1 steal, almost 1 blocking game. Uh, I like LeBron. Yeah, I like LeBron a lot. Joel, like you said, Joel had 13 rebounds. I guess that's why he in there. Like that double
Yeah.
double he got, plus the blocks. Let me see what else you got down here. What's it? The screen goes for me. There you go. Kawhi, Randall. I like Randall, but not MVP. He just one of them guys you got put in the conversation because not when they do the MVP in NBA, they have like 15, 20 guys, 10 guys.
Yeah.
We know you're not gonna win it, but we're gonna put you in here.
Yeah.
you know, uh, because y'all are winning, but you're not gonna win this award. Banchero, I mean, he wouldn't get a vote no way, just because I feel like he's a second year player, not doing nothing
Mm.
super extreme amazing. Uh, but I don't think there's no MVPs below this.
Yeah.
Below, I'm gonna keep going just to look, but I don't think anybody below this point, below SGA, well, Banchero, because he's actually number 2 in the West East. But everybody else is pretty much not MVP, so
Yeah.
you don't gotta do too much searching.
hmm
The 5 they gave you might be, you know, 1 or 2 could go,
Yeah. It'll
but
be.
three of them might make it. Uh, yeah, but off the guys you played, uh, did you feel like there's a player in the court that everything ran through him and they did it so well where you had no answer for?
Um. There's been a few like when I played Spurs, Victor. There's nothing like he could score every which way he wanted, and like I think it's one of my recent YouTube videos. He was just most
Yeah,
of the
I did see that game. I did see that.
yeah most of the video is just him dunking. He's just spin dunking. Like he was pretty dominant, but I know like who else was on the list? Um,
To my MVP list,
yeah.
you had let me see, go back to it. Trey Young, Joel, Dame, and Randall.
Okay. Well,
Dame.
I played Rob, but Dame didn't seem to. At least that game didn't. You know, like MVP type, but like he's 28 points per game. He's clearly there, but at least when I played him, he wasn't the best player
Yeah.
in the game.
Well, I would say recently, like I said, I was out for a week, so I played like 3 games since. But today, when I played Atlanta, Trey Young was. I'm looking at numbers now: 23 and 7 assists. That's how the game went. I was because 7 assists is high in this league.
Mm,
So it's like I was trying to stop him, but he was so good at making decisions. Like, okay, on the pick and roll, he's gonna pull up some. The center cutting, he was making them passes right on time. So it's like he making it hard for you to guard him. And then you had the other
mm,
guys on the team, very high defensive players, was like, but it really was Trey Young. It was like Trey Young is controlling his game, and he just got defenders that's gonna stop my shit. But on defense, I can't really stop his stuff because Trey is picking us apart and he's scoring the basket. So I think Trey Young might have been that guy
yeah.
that for me that I felt like was having an MVP effect during the game. Yeah, so that'll be my guy. That'll be my guy. Just all based off one game,
hmm
but that's the one I can remember. Cause I got beat several times, good whoopings this year. But I think that last one was pretty much he had control. The Boston one was pretty much control, but it was everybody. I felt
hmm
this one felt like it was Trey Young orchestrating, shit. So I think Trey Young. I would have to look at Trey Young as somebody I might give my vote to.
For sure.
But I think that's about it, man. As far as this conversation, fellas. This is just to help the
Yeah.
range get the proper five guys on the ballot for you guys to vote. And this is just a reference for you guys to use and understand the other players in the league that you might not be familiar with, or you see their
Yeah.
number but you haven't been watching their games. But we
Mhm.
kind of gave y'all some in depth on their games, and y'all see the numbers here before the sim happens. When the sim happens, a lot of y'all who don't play gonna be like, man, my guy was MVP, but we know damn well you can play no 45 games. We
Mhm.
know that sim made you go to 82 games, and now your guy averaging 34 points a game when you only average 17 with him for 15 games.
Mhm.
So this is what this is for you guys to make sure y'all make the best decision. Don't just pick somebody because you like their names. We're gonna try to give these guys their credit and respects for that season because some of these guys putting the work in.
Mhm.
And yeah, you got anything to range?
Um, Not much. I think you said it all. We're just conversations, just kind of so you guys can understand like where like I kind of see things, when I'm like trying to decide. And I actually like doing awards is like one of my favorite things. Like especially making the graphics and stuff. So it's like I look forward a lot of times to like season when it ends and stuff, so I can. And it also like shows you guys that have been balling out, like your respect, like you said. So.
But most def. And like I said, the guys, the activity guys, I think there should be or award for them guys at the end of the season. A team, all active team, maybe the top
Mhm.
five. And with that being said, the top five guys, if we do something like that, I
Yeah, for
throw,
sure. Like
I
I've.
throw, I throw $20 to each of the guys who made an activity list. I mean, I'm not gonna be giving y'all my money for real, but $20, yes, I have to do that for you guys. 20 for the top five active. It's not much, but it shows that you appreciate it because activity keeps the league going.
Mhm.
And I think that should be rewarded because we got some guys who active who not looking to win championships.
Yeah,
But if they don't play, if they don't play, the league would die.
for sure.
So I think they need to be rewarded, because they putting time in. Cause I only play to win. Like that's the only reason I play. Like if I'm not winning, I'm not playing. Sorry. I mean, not
Yeah.
I don't plan on losing, but I'm saying if I wasn't really good at the game, I wouldn't play the game.
Mhm.
So that's just me. But some guys who play the game not really, it's like I look at you guys like, you know, I mean I kind of like it's inspiring, I guess,
Mhm. Yeah,
so
and then it's like you said, like you played to win, but like a lot of guys that are the most active,
play for
they
fun.
they have the probably the one of the lowest records or down there, and like I'm at least for me, I'm like a competitive person, and like you said, if you're not winning, you're not playing. So for them to do that
Yeah.
season in and season out, like they should deserve some respect. So I'll figure out an award and we'll
Oh,
make
you could
it
do it. You could. Hey, I'm saying it right now. I'm sponsoring it. it's
okay.
we start at $20 for the top five, but this is from my pocket, so I mean, we can make it official. You when
Sweet.
you do the announcements for the winners, top five active, they get paid that day. Just $20, fellas. Maybe next season, people might want to chip in some more money for you guys. That's cool, but we start with $20. I ain't spending all that
Sweet.
money, y'all. Hell no. Something put in your pocket, go get you a little drink or something. That's it. But we appreciate it. You know what I'm saying? But man, I appreciate you coming in, man. For the BBA fast break. What's this shit called? Season 1 awards conversation, just a convo.
Yeah.
But some of these names, I'm pretty sure will be on the ballot for sure
Mhm.
because this is all the real numbers without the
Mhm.
simulations.
Yeah.
So, because sometimes we get to that, like I said, we said already, we get to that point where it got sim. Are we gonna do the award show? I don't know because the number's not accurate. But
Mhm.
this is it. This is the accurate number. This is what you guys been doing with the low scoring games. This is what we have. without the simulation.
Yeah.
But man, appreciate you, man. Appreciate y'all. All this is dropping on YouTube. You know, y'all. We gonna drop it for you guys very soon. Just gotta do some editing. But man, appreciate you the range. Till next time, man.
Yep. Thanks for having me.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You might could announce the war zone. We could do a quick. We could do the show on here. It might just take 20 minutes. Just show the results.
Yeah, for sure. We can do that. I can make the graphics, send them to you, and then we can
Do it like
reveal
that.
it like an award show. So
Let's make
I'm
it
down.
happen. I might get the guys who won on the show.
Sweet. That would be better.
You know what I'm saying? I let them know before we announce it. Like, I need you on show tonight. We got something for you. Ain't no money come with this shit except the activity, guys.
Hmm.
But appreciate you, man.
Appreciate you.
All right.
Deuces.